And here's a 63 on the rotisserie. Once again, same rust. If you go to Project Stubby on YouTube, you'll see how the guy repairs all this. I've got all the panels to do the same job as he's doing. And I'm following his YouTube videos religiously to see what I can do and if I can do it the same as he does. This one here is probably the best other than the red one, the red 61. Mostly because it's a heavy duty, which means it had thicker sheet metal, especially on the box section for the frame. The dash hasn't been cut to pieces, which is great. Although the floor inside is not so good. But that's where the green van comes in. You get the floor sections from the green van and transplant it and away you go. I did a lot of blasting and a lot of digging and scratching. I peeled old oil cans. You can still see some really crappy repair jobs done there. It's all terrible, terrible work. This van, prior to taking the sandblaster to it, didn't look half bad, as you can see in the photos. But once I paid the money to have it sandblasted, just to see what you really have, there's still another layer of Bondo. It was layered on in some places 3/4 of an inch thick. Still see the old Quaker State oil can used for a metal filler in the back. I gotta cut all that out, but I have new panels for all that. Notice here, the top of the box. This box is not the best. You can see, hopefully, the minor ripples on the top. If you really want to do the work, the other trucks, the boxes are somewhat better, but it's a lot of work, depending on what you want to build. The back of the cab here has been damaged. Luckily, that section, you can see the seams. You can cut it out. You can replace it with other sections from the other trucks. I have the window kit ordered, believe it or not, it's over $500 US. A guy named Tim Brogan. If you go on Facebook, look it up, Tim Brogan. I had him blast all the seams. You can see here where Bondo was smeared and everything, just to see what I've got. And it's going to require a lot of work. Same thing, the valence has been banged up, usable, but you see there the license plate holder has been pushed in. That can be repaired. You got a good body man, you can do it. Look here, this has been pop riveted on, whatever they had here. It looks like a replacement panel from an old truck or something, but it's not very good work. The Bondo was caked over this at least ½ an inch. Very, very bad. Can't see it until you take a sandblaster to it. You still see the patch panels riveted on there. Old school, but not suitable for today. So more rust, all the same spots. This is the best one to show you all those problems if you're looking for a truck like this. Wiring on these trucks is usually pretty rotten. This one's been modified a couple of times by previous owners, so you never know what you got until you take it apart. Horn buttons, difficult to find. Anyway, once again, battery box area rust, battery acid obviously causes a lot of problems. Here you can see the inside of the box section. They used to have drain holes to drain the water out, but of course they fill up with muck, and these box sections rust out from the inside out. You can't really see what's gone wrong until you dig into it. We'll look underneath. Here it's much easier than the other trucks. Once again, hard to see, but there's the box section. This one's reasonable, still has the factory paint on it, so it's not too bad. I could flip it over, but it's a lot of effort. I gotta move some stuff out of the way to flip it. Anyway, this is the 63, the heavy duty, the one that I'm working on. You can see the top of the box here again. Same old ripples. This was apparently a resort truck. Originated out in Kenora area, ended up here in Thunder Bay, and I hauled it out of a scrapyard. It cost me quite a bit of money, the value of scrap, plus a tow truck. Plus I had to lift it out of the yard with a bit of a boom truck to get it out of there. So that was, sometimes it's not the price of the vehicle, it's the price of getting it. While I'm at it, that's a 250 cubic inch engine. Not salvageable, had a mouse nest in one cylinder, rotted from the inside out. That's a 200. That's a 200, complete with a C4. The intent was to put it into the 63. And there's a 250 on the engine stand that I built.